Hey guys, Lon from the ECOM Zone. Happy New Year. How are you guys doing? So I'm finally back for my first video of the year. And basically I was out cold. Literally had a fever and flu for the first 3 weeks of the new year and I was just finished. So I couldn't get anything filmed, but we're back. In this video, we're going to go through 5 different ways you can source ad creatives for your ads. So the 5 methods we're going to go through is the first one is ordering the product and filming it yourself. Number 2, asking family and friends. Number 3, sending it to micro influencers. Number 4, finding UGC content creators on Fiverr. And number 5, finding videos online to validate your idea. And by the end of this video, you will know 5 different methods on how to film your ad creatives. So with the first method, you're actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone because you can sample the product and film it yourself. You also have full creative control and authenticity when you film the product. Since you'll be filming it yourself, you can add a personal touch to your ad creatives so you can resonate with your desired customers. Use your smartphone or camera to shoot your own content with good lighting, and then you edit it with CapCut. Now, if you don't have good lighting, this is where the issue is, because that's the sort of issue I face quite often. This is because the normal lighting you use in your bedrooms or living room doesn't always come out as nice on camera, and you actually need to get those box fill lights, and they're around like $20 to $30 on Amazon. And with this method, it's actually very difficult if you don't have any experience in filming or editing or a good environment to shoot your content. For example, I'm in the UK and it's raining like literally half of the year. So it's gloomy, dark and wet outside constantly. So it's very hard to film like content in a rainy, wet country. So if you're in a really sunny country or it's sunny right now for you, then that's like the perfect time to shoot content. Of course, you could pay for photo studios and stuff like that, but the cost only adds up. And you kind of want quick access to this environment so that you can just quickly keep creating creatives and testing those out on your ads. If you think about it, the more boundaries there are and hurdles to get this filming done, the longer it's going to take, and the second you're just going to put it off to the side because of how many hurdles you have to get through to actually get a video done. I also found this method quite difficult to film yourself because you have to hold the camera and hold the product. It's just very difficult. So maybe you get like a friend or family to help you out because you may need another person holding the product and then yourself holding the camera. So on to the second method, which is asking your friends and family to shoot the content for you. Now this is actually quite difficult if you don't pay your friends and family, because if you don't, they don't really take it seriously, and the date you schedule to shoot just gets pushed forward and forward because they just don't take it seriously if you're not paying for it. But of course, this just depends on your friends and family, how far they are from you, and how busy their lives are. The benefit of this method is that you get to diversify the skin color, tone of voice, and environments so that you can test different factors on your ad creatives. You want to ask them for a candid review of the product. You also want to provide guidelines to your friends and family on what they should say in the video and what they should be doing. Should they be opening the parcel? Should they be jumping into the camera? Visual hooks. Maybe give them examples of what you want the video to turn out to be. And the more guidelines you give, is you're not restricting them. It just helps clarify what the video should look like. Otherwise, your friends and family are just going to be like, okay, what should I do now? How should I film this? And then they're just going to ask you a bunch of questions and you can simply answer them by giving them guidelines beforehand. So as I mentioned before, friends and family are usually too busy to film and you may have to constantly chase them up. But of course, when there's money on the line, they're going to do it sooner rather than later. So the third point is sending to micro influencers. They're familiar with shooting content and they make content look aesthetically pleasing. Usually what I do, I offer a free product in exchange for content. However, with this method, you can't really demand for much because it's for free. Like, you can't ask them, oh, I want it shot like this, I want you to say this. Of course, if you're paying them, then you can ask for that sort of stuff, right? When you reach out to micro influencers on TikTok and Instagram, you want to send them a short, snappy welcome message. You don't want to send them like a whole paragraph for them to read. All you need to send to your micro influencers is something short and snappy, like, hey, do you want free products in exchange for video content? Literally as simple as that. and then maybe send them a link to your website. The benefit of this is they could also recommend your products to their audience as well as you getting content. You also want to provide them a discount code for their followers to use, and usually this is quite a big chunk because you're not actually going to pay for Facebook ads, you're actually paying for micro influencers. So basically the cost to acquire customers this route doesn't involve Facebook ads. So that's a large chunk of profit that you could potentially give as a discount to your influencers. You want to reach out to influencers in your niche, and it's pretty easy to do. All you're going to do is open up the Instagram app, find influencers within your niche, and then literally message them. Once you found one, just go to their posts, see who's liking and who's commenting on their posts. And usually there are other influencers who comment on other influencers' posts, and you want to just message them as well. You want to find influencers between like the 10k follower range to 100k. Anything more, they're going to start asking for a lot of money, like in the thousands or multiple hundreds, which you do not want. When you're starting off, you kind of just want to work with micro influencers who just offer content for free in exchange for your product. Make sure they have a good engagement rate. So you don't want to find influencers with like 50,000 followers, but they barely get any likes and comments. You want to find ones where they get a lot of comments and a lot of likes. So the next method is finding UGC content creators on Fiverr. And there are a wide range of creators on there with different qualities and different rates. For me, what I found best was around the $50 to $100 mark. Anything more, it just gets a bit too expensive for each ad creative. And at the beginning, you don't really know what winning script or winning hook or visual hooks look like. So if you're paying like a UGC content creator $200 per video, but your script is bad, your visual hook's bad, your first 3 seconds terrible, you're just wasting a lot of money. So it's best to start off smaller, and as you start getting better at scripting and storytelling, that's when you can start reaching out to more expensive UGC content creators. You want to review their previous work once you found them and provide clear instructions and scripts so they know what they're going to say and do in your ad creative. You also want to ask them for package deals and see what they have to offer because the prices on Fiverr are flexible. You also want to ask for the original content and edited content so that in the future you have both files to work with. You also want to ask for permission to use their content to run ads. There's some content creators out there who only let you use their videos for like the first 3 months, and I'm not too sure why that's a thing, but that's why you want to clarify that. So with this method, you want to find 3 to 5 different content creators on Fiverr, send them the product and get them to make a video. Please make sure that you send them guidelines and a script to follow. Otherwise, they're just going to blabble and say whatever they want, and that's not what you want for your ad creatives. So for the last and final method, find videos online to validate your idea, which is a method that I don't really agree with because imagine you create a lot of content yourself and then there's dropshippers out there who just rip your content and use it for themselves. It's just annoying and frustrating. And this is why I don't really like this method, unless you're finding videos online that weren't created by other creators. So what you want to do is research existing videos on social media, which can give you insights on what's working well for your products and niche. And it can inspire new creative directions for your product as well. You want to look on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And what you want to do is note down the scripts, visual hooks, captions, the text animations, what voice they're using, is it AI or human, what music, the angle, the messaging, etc. Use these videos for idea validation only. Otherwise, you might get in trouble by Facebook ads. And number 2, it's just morally wrong to just steal videos online and use it for yourself because you wouldn't want someone else doing that with your videos, right? So pointers. Make sure to write your scripts first before sending them off to your creators. And as I mentioned before, stick to like the $50 to $100 range for each UGC content creator. Influencers don't usually make good content unless you pay them. And that's why the videos that they make for you aren't really for your ad creators, but for more organic reach and for your website. And that's it guys, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Peace.